idea. Give me a quick moment, I'll get it out.
Our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Alrighty, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a night of On the Pole here at Playground TV. We get set to rock and roll here. You see the times rolling in here for the qualifying. We got about 2 minutes to go in that. As you're watching there, the number 12 of Dylan Grace working here through 3 and 4 at Daytona. We're here in the Xfinity car tonight to finish out the Roughneck Racing Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series. Yeah, they work down here out of turn number 4 down the front stretch. You got Johnny Hurst coming down there. Cross the line. Hurst will have a 50.76 4. Adam Sprinkle will lay down a quick time of 50.670. Ben Parson out there in second right now as he's completed his out of Dalton, Georgia. He's got a 50.705 for his quick time. Now Matt Barker, he'll jump up there into second, dropping Parson to third with a 50.695. As they get ready to rock and roll here. There you see Matt Barker rolling around there, trying to see if he can improve his time. We got him working out here down the backstretch. You see Barker there. There you got to look at Don Francisco. And he's currently got a 51.464. He works here through turn 3 and 4. Bringing it down on the pit lane. We still got drivers working in here. Piling out there with a 50.709. Now we're looking at Francesco again. He got a 50.706. 5 seconds to go here in qualifying, so that'll be it for qualifying. Looks like Chris Ramsey's going to be your quick time with a 50.66. Here we go, getting them lined up here. Your grid for this evening is going to be Chris Ramsey starting out there on pole. Adam Sprinkle there second. Matthew Barker there third. Ben Parson fourth. Nicholas Don Francisco there in fifth. Jimmy Pilen there sixth. Barry Tolleson there in seventh. Dylan Grace starting eighth tonight in that number 12. Starting in ninth tonight inside row number 5. He's going to be the 31 of Brandon McKee. To his outside there in 10th position. That's going to be the 27 of Ryan Hunter. And row number 6, that's going to be Johnny Hurst in that number 58, starting in 11th, with Robert Monday starting in 12th in car number 57. And row number 7 is Dakota Iskrig starting in 13th, car number 40. Wayne Isbell, car number 6, will be starting in 14th. In row number 8, going to be Mike Presley, going to be starting car number 17 in 15th position, with Tyler Manning in 16th outside that row in car number 78. Car number 98, Eric Copperthorne, is going to be starting inside row number 9 in 17th, with Mike Straminsky there in 18th in car number 34. Liam Beebe rolls off in 19th tonight in car number 83. And the outside of row number 10 is going to be Tim Richardson in car number 2. James Wagner for Wagner's Welding will roll off in 21st position here tonight in car number 30. Everybody's taking the grid. Clear back through. We'll see if we can keep everybody going here. It looks like everybody's showing up on the grid tonight, which is great, as we didn't hit that number 20, hit 24 cards, 23 or 24 cards. That's when we start to see some issues on the overlay and stuff. But tonight, looking really good. Hopefully that all gets squared away. As we watch everybody come rolling out here. So, unsure exactly what's going on. We'll see here. Side by side, they work down the front stretch. Green flag in the air. Here we go. They're down and away. Heading through the tri-oval towards corner number 1. Being led by Chris Ramsey down there on the inside. As you see them all out there up on the top side, inside. They're all over the place right now trying to get them lines started and heading in the right direction. As you see the 24 there down there on the inside of Don Francesco. He's going to see, maybe he wants to stay down there, maybe not. We'll see here. As we got the 28 there, Barry Tolleson working up through on the bottom side. That top side there being led along by Adam Sprinkle rolling down through the front stretch now. I'm sorry, no, through the back stretch here. In the corner number 3 and 4 as I'm getting turned around here a little bit. Ben Parson pushing along good up there on the top side. Down here, entering the tri-oval, side by side, all through the pack. Nobody's really jumped out of line yet. Everybody's still there. Just 2 by 2. 50 laps the distance here for the James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series. Heading here in the corner number 1. Adam Sprinkle on the outside. Matt Barker down there on the inside. Pushing along at 13, Chris Ramsey. Down that back straightaway here at here at Daytona. We were at Talladega last week, if I remember correctly, or no, or were we at, no, or were we at, we might have been at Talladega, I can't remember. Now we head down there out of corner number 4, back around here to complete lap number 2. Everybody side by side working down through the front stretch across the stripe. It's going to be Adam Sprinkle to possibly lead that lap. We're looking there at the back of Chris Ramsey from the onboard of Matthew Barker. Head up here off corner number 2, down that back straightaway. Number 13, Chris Ramsey, sporting that Wounded Warrior project. Yellow flag is out. I don't see where it could be. We got Wayne Isbell off track. You can look at it here. We see them come together there. There you see the 17 trying to hang on to it. Ends up into the outside wall from the 34. Mike Stromensky getting the hood ripped off as 17 ends up facing the wrong way. You see that Mike Presley, number 17, Tennessee. Up there against that outside wall. So, first caution of the night comes out at lap number 3. About half the field coming in the pit. Mike Presley getting all fixed up, back out on track. There you see Nicholas Don Francesco rolling out of the pits. Barry Tolleson coming out. Mike Stromensky. Tim Richardson up here And at number 2. And they're all rolled down there on the bottom side, getting ready here. Yeah, I see Ben Parson up there in the 3rd. Barker there for it, piling up here in the 5th. Dylan Grace back here in 6th with Ryan Hunter in 7th. Robert Monday there 8th. Brandon McKee in 9th. Johnny Hurst there in 10th. Lights are out. We're going to be back here, green flag racing. You see Ace up there on the outside there in 4th. James Wagner welding on the side of that machine. There you see the 29 of Rowdy down there, 3rd car back on the inside. And he's got Dylan Grace to his outside. And see him working here off turn number 3. Lap 6 on the board of the 50 to be completed. Fred will pull that pace car off. Barney will grab that flag, and we'll be back with green flag racing here momentarily. Well, let's see if I can find that information out there for you. We're back green flag racing down here in the corner number 1. I said I'm going to see here if I can find the points and standings. Looks like Dylan Grace is out front in points with 270. We have Adam Sprinkle in 2nd with 266. Clyde Barker in 3rd with 264. So if I'm looking at the points right, that is your top 3. Mike Presley in 4th. Tyler Manning there in 5th. So I honestly think points race is going to be very, very tight here tonight. Adam Sprinkle is out front right now. Chris Ramsey up there on the outside. Ben Parson there in 3rd, down there on the bottom side. Parson joining too late in the season to try to make anything happen here this season, but looks to be a competitor for next season for sure. The up there sitting about 3rd right now as they work down the backstretch. And the back of the field looking to be single file at the moment. As you look there at the number 30 machine of James Wagner. He heads on down out of turn number 3 and 4. You see Barry Tolleson there behind him. And in behind that is Mike Presley. After he got his car all fixed back up there. Head down here through the trial into corner number 1 they store. Side by side. Everybody there in the corner. Parson now trying to push that bottom side along as he gets himself up there to second. Holding Sprinkle out there in the front. Now, if it plays out, Sprinkle, if he wins, could still take it, as Dylan Grace is back in about 4th right now. They're in that number 12 machine up there on the high side. Sprinkle's down there fighting for the lead, with Parson pushing them along as they come down across the stripe. Who's it going to be leading at the line? It's going to be Chris Ramsey at the line, possibly. Too close to call, though. Here comes Sprinkle down there on the inside. That inside lane being pushed. Oh, no! And there goes the 12 of Dylan Grace around as they storm here out of the corner. Cars everywhere. The 12 caught more than once here in this one. Yellow flag number 2 comes out onto the speedway. You're watching unfold here. You see that 12 up there on the high side. Just checking up as the 96 gets into the outside wall and everybody nowhere really to go. Lots of smoke there as these drivers come up to it. Wagner almost made it through but ends up tapping Richardson. You see Wayne Isbell coming up here to the back of it as cars are scattered everywhere. It's not quite what Dylan Grace really wanted as he's fighting to get that victory here tonight. And needs to try to stay out front. Stay ahead of Adam Sprinkle, really. And see Sprinkle there in second. I'm sorry, no, Sprinkle's in second behind Ramsey. Good evening here, Dylan. Do you got a copy? Good evening there, Dylan. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, Fligger?
Not a whole lot. Tough break here with that caution getting involved like that. You think you still have a chance tonight to try to get that 12 up there to claim the championship?
Well, I got a lot of damage now, so I'm coming down pit road now. Probably going to end up having to use my fast repair here, so that's going to change my strategy. I'm going to have to get it fixed and probably hang out in the back for a little bit, try to stay out of all the chaos now.
Well, I mean, hopefully you can, and hopefully you can try to get up there to battle Sprinkle for that championship lead, because I know he's got a pretty good battle going on right now to keep that lead going.
Yeah, he's got the track position, and race like this, track position is going to be king, so he's in a good spot. But yeah, we're gonna hang out in the back here, see how everything unfolds here going forward.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, that's Dylan Grace, as we saw there, coming down pit road, getting some work done. Back out here. Now you see some of the drivers here didn't come down pit road here. Likes of Nicholas Donfrancesco, Mike Presley, Wayne Isbell. Yeah, we see Mike Presley up there coming here. Lights go out on the pace machine. We'll be going back green flag racing next time by. We got a few drivers coming back in the pits to top off a few things. Tim Richardson down there getting his stop. Dylan Grace in getting his stop here. Making sure that he's got it all fixed back up, ready to rock and roll. Hanging out towards the back like he said. We see Liam Beebe heading out here. James Wagner up here in 18th. Has some damage there to the right front of that machine. Possibly a little bit there on the left front as well. Now we see some damage, like we said, right there above that left front tire. Almost looks like the front end was shifted over some, and that's what buckled it. Now we see everybody getting lined up here. Getting ready for the green flag here at lap 14. This was our second caution. Let us know out there who you're rooting for. I see Chris Ramsey there in the 13, sitting in position number 5. Brandon McKee on pit road with the meatball. Pace car is in. We're going to be going back. Green flag racing as they're in the start zone. Here we go. They're down and away in the corner number 1 they head. Everybody side by side. You're looking there at the 57 of Robert Monday as he heads up there on the top side. Getting that outside lane gapped a little bit there. A huge gap. Some of them seem to have jumped down. There we see Rowdy jumping up there to the outside and at number 29. Everybody goes side by side looking there at the 27 now. Brian Hunter down that back straightaway. Chris Ramsey up there on the top side. Here comes Sprinkle down there. He's going to get behind Ramsey. Going 3 wide. Hang on to it. Now we got the 24 of Nicholas in that sucker hole. Okay, he bails out there through the middle. He gets himself in the 3rd position there in front of Mike Presley. Mike Presley showing off a great run here after being involved in caution number 1. Being flipped around, the crew did a great job getting that car back together. Back down here in through turn number 1. And back out onto the backstretch. And they head here off. Looks like Dakota Iskrig coming off of pit road here down in the corner to number 3 and 4. Here comes the pack storming down to them. Everybody's kind of single file at the moment. Here at lap number 15. As they are side by side for a couple positions. As you see that 58 back there, Johnny Hurst, he's side by side with the 33. Now Ben Parsons, sorry. And you see Richardson drop out of line and drop to the back. He's driving side by side, working here through turn 1 and 2. Back off a corner number 2 they go. As they're still side by side. They're around Wayne Isbell. Out there still leading the way is Ramsey with Sprinkle there behind him. Presley there in third. Now, I don't know exactly how that'll play out. Okay, Ramsey's back in ninth with 233 points, so he won't be able to take it, I don't believe. But down here through the front stretch once again. Lap number 17 on the board. And we head into corner number 1. Chris Ramsey out there in front. Don Francisco there in second. Sprinkle there in third. As Sprinkle hangs on to it, trying to stay to the bottom side and keep ahead. Nose ahead of that number 24, who's running that outside lane with Rowdy there behind them, pushing them along. And then behind Rowdy is the number 57 of Robert Monday. Down here through turn 3 and 4. You got that waste management machine of the 27, Ryan Hunter, working down there on the inside as well as they come here off of turn number 4. Back down here across into the tri-oval. We got that number 40 of Dakota Iskrig out there in front of the pack now. We see the 40 up against that outside wall. Giving room there to the pack as they head on down through here. Hopefully he can pick up the draft and stay with them now just to stay one lap down. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Iskrig is 3 laps down. Heading down here through the front stretch, down through the tri-oval. Ramsey out front, Sprinkle there in second. Ramsey there, or I'm sorry, Nicholas there in third. Now he's up there in the second. Rowdy there in fourth. Looking back here around Ben Parson, Wayne Isbell, Johnny Hurst. Working that go off the corner number 2 down that back straightaway. Nicholas leading that top lane now with Ramsey. With Rowdy behind him. Ramsey still leading that inside lane, pushed along by Adam Springle. Off corner number 3 and into 4, down through the short chute to the tri-oval. We see there the number 30 of James Wagner coming back into the picture there in 11th position. So the damage not hurting him too terribly. I don't know if he'd be necessarily able to lead it, but he can definitely hang with him still, as he's showing there sitting behind the number 96, Matt Barker. Matt Barker is a lap down, trying just to stay with the pack, stay the first car 1 lap down from when there's the next caution. They work here through turn 1 and 2, back around onto the backstretch. Ramsey still up front, Sprinkle down there in second, battling there with the 24 of Nicholas. Down through the backstretch. No, I'm sorry, they're coming out of turn number 4 right now, heading through the front stretch here into corner number 1. I got looped around once again. I head down here into corner number 1 and 2. Nicholas now out there with the nose to the lead as he's up there above Chris Ramsey. And we see that 58 down there on the inside. Where is Nicholas on the points? We'll see here. Not on the board. So one of the drivers out there that Sprinkle will have to try to get around. I would see Mike Presley out there in the 4th. Down there on the bottom side. Trying to work himself up there in the 3rd. And at the moment he is. Nicholas is up there to his outside. Down through the back straightaway here at Daytona. Up here off turn number 4 down that front straightaway. You're seeing there Wayne Isbell up there in for it. Ben Parson there in fifth. Everybody in front of them is single file. We got that outside lane trying to make a comeback of sorts. Can't quite do it as of yet, but working down here in the corner number 1. Lap number 23 of the 50 on the board. Down here through the back straightaway here in the 3 and 4. Adam Springle out there in second with Ramsey in front of him. You got the 17 there, Al Presley. As you see everybody working off the corner. Great job here by these drivers. And we're looking there at Ryan Hunter in that number 27. Above him is James Wagner with the number 28 there behind him. Barry Tolleson. Barker down there on the inside there behind Johnny Hurst in the 58. Heading down through the backstretch here at lap number 24. Front 3 single file. Drivers trying to get up there to push to the lead. Top side looks like it might have stalled for a moment. Try to get something going here. Try to get that momentum built back up. We see the front 3 drivers leading down there on the inside, but the outside is slowly coming back, trying to make a push once again as they work down here in the corner number 1 and 2. 26 laps to go here at Daytona for the James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series grand finale here for season number 7. So this is the championship race for season number 7 on the line here. Who will be the champion tonight as they all head down the backstretch? That is yet to be determined. We see Wagner there in the middle now. Getting underneath of Rowdy as he works above Ben Parson. Up here off the corner. Is he going to be in the sucker hole or are they going to put Rowdy out to dry? Who's it going to be as Nicholas runs both them lanes, splitting them cars halfway? We look back here at Robert Monday in the number 57. Still 3 wide there with Wagner. We see that 29 up there on the top side and hang on to it. There comes the 28 now to the middle. As you're on board, they have the 33 of Ben Parson. Heading down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Up there on the outside lane comes Nicholas Donfrancesco. Up to third. We do have a couple big movers here if the scoreboard's reading right, like James Wagner, who is supposedly up 16 spots. Now 17 as he's up there on the high side, pushing along Nicholas. With 24 laps to go down here in the corner number 1. Through 2. Out onto the backstretch. And we see James Wagner up there in second on the outside lane. Nicholas leading that lane. And we've got Ramsey down there on the inside, trying to hang on there with Adam Sprinkle as that outside lane has come to life. Now the inside lane's going to do everything they can to hang on to where they're at. Down here off of turn 4, down across the stripe. It's going to be Ramsey with the lap as they head down here in the corner number 1. Couple lap machines coming up here in front of the leaders. Not sure who they are as of yet. We'll see if we can make it out. Yeah, Paul, the GT3s will be following this. They are also here at Daytona tonight. That is with the FMA, so they're going to be running the road course here at Daytona. So we'll see some similar track areas. We want the James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series here tonight. Run down here through the front stretch. Chris Ramsey with your lead. Adam Sprinkle there in a second. Presley there third. Wayne Isbell there in fourth. And, oh, hang on to it there. Nicholas up there against the outside wall. Got to hang on to it. Got shuffled back as he's back there in the ninth now. And we're down the back straightaway. "22 laps to go here with the James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series here. 22 laps to go. Down here out of turn number 3 and 4. Back down here through the short chute in the corner, or in through the tri-oval. I would see the James Wagner Welding sponsored machine there, the number 28. Of Barry Tolleson trying to work his way up there towards the front. And we got him up there on the outside. Down through the backstretch. Through 3 and 4, that outside lane coming to life there with Rowdy now coming to the lead. Looking there at the number 57 of Robert Monday back there toward the back of the pack. As you see them come out of turn number 4 up there at the front. Rowdy is trying to go for it as you're looking here at the 57. Has company there from the lap down car of Dakota Iskrig up there on the top side. There's Dakota. Dakota Iskrig up there in the 40. We're trying to find the 96 Barker. "20 laps to go as they head down here in through turn number 3 and 4. Rowdy leading the outside lane, being pushed along by the 30 of Wagner. Sprinkle and Ramsey down there on the inside. And they work through here, off through that tri-oval, down into corner number 1. And later tonight, corner number 1 is going to be a little bit different when we get into the GT3 cars. It'll be interesting to see what cars those drivers come out with. As here at iRacing, they released a new model, the Aston Martin. I'll be curious to see who's running that machine. Here in the Xfinity cars here that you're seeing with the Super Speedway Series, we got Ford, Chevy, and Toyota. Got a nice mix of them, but it's still predominantly Chevrolet. We got 5 Fords, 3 Toyotas, and the rest are Chevrolets. Working out here through the front of the Speedway. We got Parson up there on the outside, working there up to the bumper of the 28 of Barry Tolleson down here in the corner number 1 once again. Side by side, an outside lane, trying to figure something out here. Trying to find out which lane's going to give the driver the best chance of getting up there towards the front. But the other thing you want to keep in mind is you want to keep an eye ahead. You don't just want to keep an eye on your marks. There's a trick here as well as keeping an eye on what's going on up in front of you. You almost got to get a muscle memory for your marks so that your eyes can follow what's going on in front of you up the racetrack. So you can keep an eye out for smoke, debris, anything of that nature, as cars could go sideways at any given point. Now there you see them work side by side here down across the stripe. As Ramsey had the lead. Now here comes Pyland out there in front. And Pyland now takes out the field. Behind him, cars everywhere. Who's going to survive it? As you see the 17 there involved. Parson definitely involved back here towards the back. Trying to get that thing straightened out. The 12 involved once again at Dylan Grace. Cars everywhere as Jimmy Pyland ends up sideways. He bounced off of the inside lane of Ramsey. Got one there blown up. All right, here we see it here. We got Ramsey up there at the front. You see Pyland there up ends up coming up there. They bottom side checks up. Sprinkle hangs on to it. But then they end up 5 wide there and just not enough gap for them all to complete through there. Wagner nowhere really to go. The engine being blown on the 6. Sprinkle ends up getting tired as he's trying to slow up for the caution. Caution flag comes out. Drivers everywhere. There you see. Now we got 17 going up and into the outside fence. You got the 58 there. Wow, it's going to be interesting to see who survived this enough to keep on going. As we said, we do have smoke coming out of the 6 machine of Wayne Isbell. Sprinkle down there on the inside trying to get it collected back up. There, Matt Barger, he did go and get at least a little bit of help there. And get through that without being involved. So we'll see if he hangs on to the lucky dog spot. Dylan Grace back here to 8th. Ramsey in 2nd. Sprinkle there in 2nd. Wayne Isbell comes off of pit road. See the 58 down there. Had Johnny Hurst in trouble. That car has got some damage to it here. Lap number 16. Or, I'm sorry, 16 to go. Pilot, Hunter, both have meatballs. I would see Wagner trying to make it in. Everybody's coming here to pit lane this pit time. With 15 laps to go. Should make it to the end now. Wayne Isbell now takes the lead. He had to come in ahead of everybody. Due to the engine blowing up, they got it fixed back together. We see Barry Tolleson down there on the inside coming off pit road. Ramsey there as well. Adam Sprinkle still on pit road. Wonder if he got caught speed. That's going to put Grace there in front of Sprinkle for now. This is really going to shake up the points per se. As we said, Grace is out front. Sprinkle there in 2nd. Clyde Barker in 3rd. Mike Presley is sitting in 4th in points. Currently sitting 14th tonight. Tyler Manning in 5th, and Tyler Manning, he's sitting 15th tonight. Dylan Graves currently there 6th. Adam Sprinkle in 9th. The only one that I don't see on the roster here tonight is Clyde. Yes, for anybody that's looking to get into the road racing stuff, we got the FMA, Freedom Motorsport Alliance. Regal Wraps and Designs Road Series coming up after the James Wagner Welding Series here tonight. And we're down here off the corner. Lap number 14 laps to go. A 6 of Wayne Isbell got waved around. He's back here in 10th. Chris Ramsey there out front. Barry Tolleson there 2nd. Robert Monday there 3rd. Ben Parson 4th. Some of you here at watching Roughneck, if you watch FMA on Sundays, you would have seen that Cigar Time Lounge running in that series as well. They're looking to come here off turn number 3 and 4. Third caution of the night. 14 laps to go. It'll be 13 to go when we come across the stripe. Pace car pulls off. We're getting set to rock and roll once again here at Daytona as Ramsey brings them to the flag. Tolson there up on the outside. We're back. Green flag racing down in the corner number 1. Side by side with Tolson getting a great jump up there on the high side. That inside lane kind of fell apart as they rolled down there in the corner number 1. But they're coming back strong once again down there on that inside. We see Springle back there. 4th car back on the inside. We got Grace up there on the outside lane. He's about 3rd car back on the outside. They roll down here through the backstretch into corner number 3. You're looking there at the 77 of Sprinkle now as they whirl down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Back up there to about the 57 now. Robert Monday as they work here through turn 3 and 4. Everybody just trying to hang on to what they have down through the front stretch, down through the triangle. Ben Parson out to the lead. As they head out here in the corner number 1. Parson jumps out there in the lead, trying to be a spoiler here for somebody. As now he's got Tolson now there in front of him. And the 12 of Grace, he's going to try to get out there to the front, but he's got the 24 of Nicholas there behind him trying to push him along. Keep an eye on where that 77 is as well, as he's back here tonight. At the moment. They're working down through the backstretch, down in the corner number 3 and 4. Parson down there on the inside. The 12 makes his move to the inside. So Grace now there to the inside as the inside lane ends up pulling apart there, going to the outside a little bit. We see that 40 of Dakota Iskrig up there in the middle of everything. He's a lap down. A few laps down, rather. Comes storming through turns 1 and 2. Back around onto the backstretch. Robert Monday in that 57 up there on the high side. Ramsey down there on the inside. Watching there in front of Sprinkle. That could have been problematic. Back down here through turn 3 and 4. Robert Monday out there in 7th position right now. Grace out there in front. If he can win this tonight, he's got the championship. I don't know of any bonus points or something that might throw it off. But Grace definitely out front, leading the way right now. They head back down here. 10 laps to go at Daytona as they start to try to shift and shuffle for the positions they want to try to motion themselves up there to the front. And see Nicholas up there on the outside. Parson down there on the inside of them. And an outside lane tries to come on strong once again. Looking to the outside of Nicholas was the 34 of Mike Stremensky. Thought different of it though. Gets back in line here through 1 and 2. Up off of 2 down that back straightaway. Everybody side by side there, 3rd on back. Nicholas, oh boy. Jumping up a lane there as Ramsey's jumping up there to the middle lane. Here comes Sprinkle. He's going to get there. He's in amongst the shuffle. 9 laps to go. It's getting tight, folks. As they storm there through the tri-oval. They're 3 wide back there a little bit. Put the 6 Wayne Isbell in the sucker hole. He's doing a great job keeping that car steady. He's in the middle. Now he'll get back 2 wide. Here coming down the backstretch. Grace still out front. 8 laps to go here in the corner number 3. Yeah, see, Sprinkle has got himself back in the 7th. Down there on the inside. Ramsey out there in the 13. Leading or trying to get back up there to the lead where he was a little bit ago. Dylan Grace trying to hang on to the lead. Yeah, he got 7 more laps to put this one in the books. Work down here through turn 1 and 2. Parson down there on the inside, followed by Sprinkle. I think Sprinkle can almost taste a victory here if he can somehow get up there towards the front. But we always know that the last lap, anything almost goes. It just gets chaotic as the race gets closer to an end. Down through the backstretch, there you see Nicholas there trying to side draft a little bit. They're 3 wide. Ramsey up there to the outside. Down here off of turn 4. Back onto the front stretch. Here comes that 6. Wayne Isbell, as he's got a great run going. Down here to the middle now. Here comes Ramsey. He's going to try to push along. They're 3 wide now as they check up on the outside. Everybody keeps it together. Sprinkle there in the middle. Second row trying to hang on to it. Now we see Isbell up there in second right now. Nicholas dropping back in behind Sprinkle. Sprinkle getting up there. He's getting up into position here. Trying to make a run here. Get in position to make a last lap run here. Is Sprinkle into turn number 3 as they're going 3 wide up there. You can see them here off the onboard of Chris Ramsey. Ramsey's sitting there down there on the bottom side of the racetrack there with 6 laps to go out of turn number 4. Ramsey now back to the top side as they head down through the front stretch. He's stuck up there on the high side. Sprinkle's sitting there in 6th. We're back on board with Ramsey. 5 laps to go. Got to hold it high up there as he's got a car below him. We're on board there with Wayne Isbell. As you see him, second car back there. Nicholas got up there to the front once again. As they work down here, down the back straightaway. That outside lane prevailing here a little bit. As they work back down here towards the back stretch, down in the corner number 3 and 4. Wayne Isbell there in second. Now we see Dylan Grace there trying to keep a hold of it. Whoa, hang on to it. Sprinkle getting the 6 loose a little bit. And he gets it straight back out, gets it back down there in line. Sprinkle now trying to push the 6 up there towards the front. Trying to get a spot ahead of the 12, if not a couple spots, as they head down here through turn 1 and 2, back onto the backstretch. Nicholas now your race leader, as they battle it out behind him. 3 wide, possibly in an area, but no, looked like we stuffed it back in line. 2 by 2. Presley's currently sitting in the pits. If that's what you're wondering there, Eric. Mike Presley is in the pits in the number 17 with a broken race car. We got 3 laps to go now here for the leaders. They head down here in the corner number 1 and 2. And look out! Here's caution! As there goes Sprinkle going around. A lot of hard pushing there on the 6 from Sprinkle, and they both go around up there on the top side. But I think it was just, we'll back this up just a little bit. We watch him here. You see the 77 up there at the top. Here comes the 57. Robert Bunday, he's going to try to squeeze it in there. Sprinkle's going to keep it down there, but the 57 ends up coming down into the side of Wagner. He comes up there to the top. Not sure what happened there. The 77 ended up getting a little loose. Ended up coming down up into the 6th. And then ends up shoved up the racetrack into the outside wall. We see them all back here, all scattered. Green, white checker here at Daytona. No problem there, Eric. Hopefully you can enjoy the racing, even though Presley's down in the pits. And we got Hurst out and Hunter's in the pits. So Dylan Gray is sitting here in second right now. Sprinkle back out there on track. Got damage though on that machine. Green white checker, can he get that 11 back up there ahead of Dylan Grace? That's going to be interesting to see. We've seen some crazy finishes here at Roughneck all season long. Now it's just a matter of who's going to finish where. Especially when it comes to the points. And you see them all heading down here through the tri-oval, down through the front stretch. Barker getting a lap back. Matt Barker, that is, ace. Biggest mover that I can see of right now is that number 30 of Wagner. Looks like he did get that machine fixed up there on one of the pit stops. They straightened that sheet metal out to help him along here at the ending of this race. So he'll be restarting fifth. Ben Parson is there at fourth. You see Barry Tolleson there in third. Dylan Grace in second. Nicholas, you're a leader. I see the lights are still on the pace machine. We'll see what they do when they come back around here to the flag. All they need to do is take that white flag and the race will be complete. As these drivers get set to rock and roll for the restart here, lights go out. We're going to be seeing who gets the victory here. We see Dylan Grace, Ben Parson up there on the outside, that duo. And then you got Nicholas and Barry Tolleson down there on the inside. Wagner on the inside there with the 98 of Copperthorne here to his outside. They work down through the front straight away. Pace car's going to roll up. We're going to get back. Green flag racing as they come across the stripe down here. Into the restart zone. And, oh no, hang on to it. Oh man, a shaky restart there. As Ace ended up checking up. Not sure what happened to Ace there as he shuffled back. And into the pits. And they come down here out of turn number 2. Up there on the high side. That is Dylan Grace. Pushed along by Ben Parson. There we got in the middle, maybe coming alive there with the 34 looking. Can't quite get there yet. As they come down here in the corner number 3 and 4, Parson stays high. As Dylan Grace stays low. Coming there off turn 3 and 4, coming up there to the start-finish line. We got white flag in the air as they come across the stripe. It is official. Who's going to be the winner? Now anything goes. Now everybody's going to be on their toes as anything happens here at James Wagner's Welding Super Speedway Series. Down here through turn 2, everything's looking on the up and up. As they come here off of 2, side by side. Parson up there on the outside. Grace down there on the inside. Who's it gonna be? Down through the backstretch, Parson has an edge going into turn number 3, being pushed along by the 98 of Copperthorne. They are getting shuffled about quite a bit as the 12 jumps up, tries to block, coming down here to the line. It's gonna be, who's it gonna be? It's gonna, oh man, what a close race as they come around. Spinning at the line. Oh, man, what a finish. My scoreboard's saying Ben Parson, but I want to double check on that, as that was super close here. Do we have a starting line? Do we have a starting line camera here that can give me an okay picture coming to the line here? We see them coming here off the corner. So as they come up here towards the stripe, we see Parson up there being pushed along. The 12 kind of half on, half off the racetrack. They're side by side. Here they go, and it looks like by a nudge that 33 up Parson is going to get it. By that, the length of the splitter is all. So Parson going and getting another win here at Roughneck Racing. Saw him win a few weeks ago. Dylan Grace getting second. Copperthorne getting third. See if we can find Copperthorne. Good evening there, Eric. How's it going?
Good, good.
Well, you had a pretty clean finish there tonight.
Hold on. I gotta. I'm hearing two voices, so I don't know who. So, yeah, it was. I don't really know exactly what happened at the end. I was giving the 33 a good shove, and I didn't even see the line. I couldn't even tell where the finish line was.
Well, you gave him enough of a shove that he got the win by the splitter.
That's good. That's I was hoping for a green flag finish. We really have been struggling lately on some of these super speedways of having clean finishes, and so it was nice to have one.
Oh, I mean, you have a green flag finish. It's just how many cars make it to the line.
Yeah, I guess if you want to determine that's green flag, yeah, you're right. I'd like to go across the line forward and not backwards or sideways.
That would be the ultimate yes. That's what the
Yeah.
goal should be.
hmm
So, but
Actually,
yeah.
we had a very good race tonight. I think it was green for most of the way. I think we everybody kind of stayed in line, settled in, and didn't really start battling towards the end, which was nice.
Now, you really only had 3 or 4 cautions.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's a good race for us.
I would definitely think so. So, but it'll be interesting. I'm waiting to see how the points come out. I know you weren't quite in the running.
No, I had missed a couple of races on Mondays, so I really wasn't in a point position. But it's still nice to try to fight for the win, as long as I'm not taking somebody out that is going for the points.
Exactly. I think out of the top 3, only one of the top 3 were actually point contenders here this season.
Yeah, I think Dylan, the 12, he might have actually won it because he was leading the points coming into that, so he might be our champion.
He might be. That's what I'm waiting on confirmation of. But you did a great job tonight getting third. You got any sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank?
I just want to thank the James Wagner and the admins. They do a really good job, and they put up with a lot. It's difficult to kind of keep all these guys in check and keep everything going, moving forward, and keep everybody happy. And they really do a lot of work, and I appreciate everything they do. And I do appreciate the broadcasters, what you do too as well. It just makes it so much more fun. And I really got to thank you guys.
All right. Well, congrats on getting third place. Hopefully, we'll see you back here on Monday nights once again.
I will be. Hopefully, I'll be in the front at some point.
Alrighty, well, congrats on getting the finish that you were hoping for tonight, and we'll see how the next season of the Super Speedway Series goes.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
Alrighty, have yourself a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Alright, that was Eric Copperthorne. Now we'll get with Dylan Grace. Good evening, Dylan. How's it going?
Hey, Flager.
Well, you got it back up there in the second after that being caught up in that caution.
Yeah, that was a plan well executed.
The plan come together.
Oh yeah, that worked out great.
Well, with you getting second tonight and finishing in front of Sprinkle, does that guarantee you getting the championship?
I believe it's looking at that way. I think I'm a champion.
Alrighty, well, we'll see exactly how it plays out, and congrats.
Thank.
And you got sponsor shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting the second place tonight, and on top of that, most likely being the season champion?
Well, first I want to thank, I had Barry Tolson there behind me. I want to thank him. Me and him kind of linked up there, worked real well together there at the end, just staying out front there. James Wagner's Welding, all the admins that put this together. This was a really fun season. Really great guys over there that do this every week. And my teammates who make it a joy week in, week out, getting on, talking with Ryan, Liam, and Dakota in the Discord. They make it really fun every week to get on, and to be a rookie coming into the league first time this year, and to get this done like this was I couldn't be more appreciative of all the people involved in this, putting this together every week.
Alrighty, well, congrats on getting that second place and the season champion here tonight.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for all you do these broadcasts every Monday night.
All right, well, we look forward to it, and we'll see if we're back next season to do it all over again.
Oh yeah, I got a title to defend now, so I'll be there.
Oh, good luck. We'll see what it goes on. I know you got some tough competition out there.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Thank you.
All right, that was Dylan Graves. Now we'll get with Ben Parson. Good evening here, Ben. How's it going?
What? Yes.
You got a second
How'd you
one
like
here
that?
at Roughneck.
Yeah, back to back here at Daytona. That was must be my track.
It might be. Unfortunately, you joined the season a little late to be a point contender, but you might be proving that you might be a contender next season.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully they get the next season started up, and I'll be able to.
Well, they take
Actually
a week or
run-
two off,
run the-
if I remember correctly.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said they take a week or two off, if I can remember correctly.
Perfect. And yeah, just I'll try to make all the races and actually be a contender at the end. But yeah, it's a great league, and glad to be here. Love super speedway racing. You know, sometimes it's roll the dice, but there's definitely some strategy that goes into it, and you know, just it's tons of fun.
Well, I know you. I don't know if we're getting any of the FMA guys to watch the stream here to watch you here take on the Roughneck guys, but they're racing Daytona tonight as well, just in the GT3 cars.
Oh yeah, but they turn off the track and go to the infield, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, I'm not about that. They can have it. I turn right and bad things happen, man.
I think we gotta talk to the FMA guys. Get a couple of the oval guys to turn right.
Oh, well, you've seen me turn right, and I turn right into someone's door and end their race.
No, I know there's a couple oval tracks there that are inverted ovals.
Inverted. Hey, I'll race the GT3 on an oval any day of the week.
No, I'm saying taking these Xfinity cars or something like that on the inverted oval, so they're turning right instead of left.
Oh yeah, I'd be up for that too. I might throw up just from not being used to it, but I'll do it.
They would add a challenge, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Just trying to look back at this finish there, man. It was looked pretty close from inside the car.
Oh, it was extremely close. I think you got it by. I think you only got it by about the splitter.
That's just the way I planned.
I mean, my iRacing timing saying .01. But I want to say it's possibly closer than that.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to shout out everyone at Cigar Time Lounge that was watching the race. I know they were jumping up and down and screaming because I'm already getting texts and video from them, but I always appreciate Juan and Rika's support there from Cigar Time, Escudero Cigars. If anyone likes cigars and in the market, you can call Cigar Time in Dalton, Georgia. Numbers on the back of the car there, and get your cigar fix.
Alrighty, well, congrats there again, Ben. And you got any other shout-outs you want to give?
I just appreciate you, Adam. Thanks for always doing the broadcasting for us, and glad to be on your channel here.
Alrighty, well, congrats, and we'll see how it goes next season.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then.
All right, that was Ben Parson, our winner here tonight. Oh, man, I don't know. Hopefully we got them. I don't know. Did we? Hopefully we got them all right. If not, sorry. We'll be back here in a little while from Daytona with the FMA GT3 series. So we're going to take a break, get the track set up. And thank you all for watching the Roughneck Racing Jane Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series here tonight.
Say how I feel, to know I let you down. 'Cause late nights turn to day, don't wanna let you down. With each breath we give away, it'll never be the same. I'm chasing somebody who won't ever ease the pain, but I don't want half of your heart, heart, heart. You can have it back if it's only half of your heart. Feel like I'm afraid of the other day.